All right, y'all, so first day of prep on the road. This week we're going to be in Waco. It's Sunday right now. I actually just got done surfing. If you can't tell, my hair's a little bit crazy. Check out Waco Surf Park. It's some crazy cardio and made me feel like a little bitch when I was done surfing. I'm not used to surfing at a 210 compared to when I was like 160 in California. It was a little bit humbling. But we just got to the grocery store, went to Natural Grocers. We have groceries for about 2.5 days. And I got a little bit of extra meat over here that I'm probably gonna prep because we have to drive to Tyler, Texas on Tuesday night, which we're gonna be there Wednesday through Friday for work. If you guys don't know, I work in medical device sales. It's a little bit complicated because my territory is all of kind of North Texas and Oklahoma, but mainly around the North Texas area now. So I am on the road a lot, which makes prepping a whole lot harder. And it makes it a lot more complicated to be like responsible just because I do get per diem to actually eat out meals. So I'm being smart and using this for groceries so I can effectively do my bulk. But we're gonna go through a couple of things what I like to start off with. So this is all like my daily stuff that I have going on right now. I already got some of this stuff out. So when we start our morning off, typically what I'm doing, I got my lemons here, my glutamine pure powder, and then I got my daily greens. So usually these two I'm mixing in a separate water because I want to get like around like 6 liters a day of water in me for water intake. So my first cup of water, putting these down, it's not fun. It's kind of nasty, but you just kind of got to do it. From there, I do another glass of water. I do like a tablespoon or like a teaspoon of like just Himalayan Peak salt to get my electrolytes. And I'm doing like 1 freshly squeezed lemon. So that's what kind of wakes me up in the morning. And the last thing I do is these little Suja things. There's really no like reason I do them for any necessarily reason, but I just kind of like how they taste. It gives me like a little jump with the ginger. So I do like one of these in the mornings for digestion, and with all the food I'm putting through my body, it's just kind of helping me out, get it through the right way. So not sure if these work, but I got these just in case. And then we have my vitamins that I go through. So I got a decent stack right here. First one, we're gonna have apple cider vinegar. I'm supposed to do this with my water, but I'm a little bit lazy and I don't like the smell of it, so I like the pill form where I just kind of like pass it down. So that's gonna be the first one. We do 1,500 milligrams of bergamot. I got these on a deal. All the other ones were like 55 bucks, and I got these for like 12 bucks. Not sure why, but that's a deal if I know it. Next thing we got over here is our fish oil. About 1,200 milligrams over there. Here we have a vitamin C, 500 milligrams. We got our multivitamin. And then we have turmeric. And then from there we got magnesium. This is 250 milligrams, and our CoQ10. Something else I do take, I'm on another thing called Dimmin. It's for my estrogen, just to make sure it's not spiking too much, so I take that. And then I am also on Clomid for a testosterone cycle. Recently I got tested. My test was around like 210 when I went in, which is really low for my age. And I got low T right in my family, so I am taking clomiphene to get it back on regular tracks right now. So I'm taking the Dimmin to kind of counteract the estrogen bump that I get from that. So that's kind of everything I'm taking in the morning. It's a giant stack and it takes a second to get them all down. It's not fun. And then from there, we're gonna go into our gym stuff. So something that I like to use, I got these for a pretty good deal. So I recently like switched over to metal or stainless steel. Maybe I got sold too hard, but there's like an Instagram ad that said like when you use these plastic shaker water bottles, they get like these little micro cuts on them and you get a lot more microplastics. I say that as I have giant plastic gallon waters. But the reason why they smell so bad is like the bacteria could like sit in it. So even when you clean it and it still smells bad, it's because it's in those micro cracks. So I got sold very easily. This doesn't smell too bad right now. I haven't fully washed it, but I got this bad boy right here. This is my shaker for my pre-workout and my intra-workout. And then I have this bad boy, which is my 2-liter water that I'm pretty much drinking all throughout the day. I'm trying to put like 1.5 gallons back. I want to be around like 6 to 7 liters of water and get a lot of water intake as I'm going through it. And then when I'm actually working out, I do a couple different things. So first off, I got the Christopher Juicy Pumps. I want to have a good workout, and seeing some bumps at pre-workout always gets me going. Not sure how well it does. But compared to like all the high stim ones, This one, like my body takes in pretty well and doesn't get me like too jittery or like makes my stomach upset or like my throat like tight. So I like taking this before I go. And then what I do from there is I'm gonna do 2 scoops of intra workout. And then I'm actually putting my creatine also in my intra workout. So I'm drinking that as I'm working out. So I do a scoop of this, 2 scoops of intra workout. And before I even get to the gym, I'm trying to get to 250 grams of protein a day. I'm sitting about like 210 pounds, give or take. So I'm going a little bit over because I am compensating some of my protein with actual protein powder. So before I actually do my workout, I'm doing 2 scoops of this and my grains. What is it called? Oh my goodness, I just lost my train of thought. It's like the rice milk or something like that. It tastes kind of like oatmeal. I put 2 grams of this in it, 2 scoops of this with some almond butter, and it tastes really good. That's my pre-workout meal. And then after that, I'm doing another 2 scoops of protein powder. So I go through like protein powder in like 15 days. But I'm on this bulk for 2 months, so I do want to make the most of it. So I do 2 more scoops of this, and then I actually do like, it's like kind of like cheat meal, not necessarily, I still need more carbs in me. So I'm doing, that's when I kind of get into my Rice Krispies treats. Not treats, but I do like the cereal. So I'm doing that with this. But that's really my vitamins and nutrients and like powders that I'm taking throughout the day. So let's get all these set up for the next 2 days. I like to be a little bit organized so I can just wake up, take everything down and get going. So I'm gonna get this out the way, and then we're gonna be right back with groceries. All right, y'all, so now we are working with the food. So this should be enough food for about 2.5 days. I only got 2 things of meat, so that might not last me as long, but at least get me through 2 days. So I'll probably have to do some more grocery shopping here and like when I get to Tyler on Wednesday. But for at least for Waco, what we have right now, we're gonna start with our greens and kind of everything else. So first we got our red potatoes. This is gonna be for our dinner meals. We're eating about 100 grams of that. With our asparagus, we get about 50 grams. I actually really love asparagus. Some people don't like it too much. I just cut them a little bit higher because I don't really like the ends. And then also, we got 2 things of spinach. It's a great way to just get some more greens in you. And even though I'm taking my daily greens, I take like 100 grams of this a day and boil it down. It's just easy to really put back. And then we got our berries. So usually I put this in my oatmeal because I'm not using any like brown sugar, any like sweetener for my oatmeal. I just kind of eat it plain. So I put 50 grams of berries in. It just makes it a little bit easier for me to get it down. And like once you start mushing it all together, it gets a pretty good flavor. And personally, like you could do blueberries or strawberries, but they don't mix as well as what I noticed. So I found like blackberries get you the best taste when you're doing these oatmeal preps. Next, these cashews. Now let me tell you something about cashews. These are a blessing and a curse because I love cashews, but I am only allowed to have, I want to say like 20 to 30 grams of cashews. And if you don't know what that looks like, that's like a handful. And I don't know if you ever try to just eat a handful of cashews, but it's not possible. So this is where I practice self-control every day. I get my 15 to 20 grams of cashews and I enjoy every single little one, taking it one bite at a time and savoring it in. But this is where I'm getting some of my good fats from. Also with that, I have my almond butter. So this is really good when I put my raw almond butter. Then I get my 2 grams of protein powder. And then I'll put that in the cream of rice. And that like mixes all together for like a little dessert after the gym. It is so amazing. Wait, no, that's before I get to the gym. So it's easy to put back and it gives me the carbs. But a little spoon of this, which is like maybe like 15 to 20 grams, tastes absolutely amazing. And then we're getting into our meat. So unfortunately, I try to do a lot leaner beef. This one's kind of has a little bit more fat in it. I trying to keep my grams like to 50 grams of fat a day. I think I might go over because they didn't really have the options at the grocery store I went to, and I was already so tired from surfing that I'm like, I'm not going to another grocery store. So we're putting up with the 92.8 fat ground beef. This is 100% grass-fed. I don't know the difference between grass-fed, but it looks tastier, and I like the color of it, so I go with that. And then I'm also a little bit higher on my fat for my turkey. So usually when I do turkey, I do 99.1, but all they had was 93.7, and I only had 1 more left in the first place. So this is what I'm putting up with. This should last me today, tomorrow, and my breakfast for Wednesday. So it gives me, or no, my breakfast for Tuesday. So it gives me enough time when I get in Tuesday to actually get some more groceries when I get to Tyler. So this meat right here is just perfect for these next 2.5 days. On top of that, we have our eggs. This was the last set of pasture-raised eggs. I always do pasture-raised. It's just a personal preference. I started doing it like 3 years ago. It is a lot more expensive, but I think you just get better consistency with it. I feel a little bit better when I eat these eggs, and it just has a nice ring to it. And look at this box. Look how pretty it is. I think there's even something in here where like you could like scan. There used to be like a QR code. Like look at this. You could go to vitalfarms.com and you could do like a 360 look of these little chickens running around. Now I'm not sure how legit that is in the first place. Wait, these aren't broken, are they? Oh, they're not broken. Okay, so I'm not sure how legit that is. I've never checked, but the idea of being able to see little chickens run around gets me kind of excited. So I like that. My pasture-raised eggs, I'm eating 3 of these every single morning. This goes really well with my turkey and my oatmeal, so it's a great morning meal that I really enjoy. And I love my eggs. It just makes the turkey go down a little bit easier. And then we're gonna get to our grains. So first off, we have our oatmeal. I got this oatmeal because it's just a little bit easier to carry around, and it looked like it came in a cool bag. I'm such a visual person where if like the cooler the bag is, I'm gonna buy it compared to like just like a basic bag. So we got this rolled oats whole grains. Do like 60 grams of this in the morning. This gets me going. And then from there, we have my Rice Crisps. So this is my cereal, and I savor my cereal because I love my cereal. So I get to eat about 60 grams of this after my workout to get some carbs in me. And I put this flax milk protein in it. 5 grams of protein right there. I'm not sure which milks are the best for you, and I haven't really looked into it too much. I usually do oat milk. I tried finding rice milk, and I couldn't find any, or hemp milk is usually what I go with, but I'm giving this flax milk a try. I always do unsweetened. It's very bland breakfast, but it gives you like the fullness that you get from cereal, so I enjoy it. And then from there, we have our rice. Now, I don't know what the fuck this is. It's like, you can feel this, it's like hard. It's regenerative, organic, certified jasmine rice. The only reason I bought this is I hate making rice. So the idea of it is apparently you could open it up, tear off whatever piece you want, and there's like 3.5 servings of here for 148 grams. I'm doing 160 grams of rice a day for my lunch. So apparently just tear it out and you put it in like the frying pan, it works. So I'm trying this out. It looks super fluffy right there. So we'll see if it's actually legit or not. I'll let y'all know. But this is gonna be my prep for the next 2 days. I'm not actually prepping everything. If you know me, I am the worst when it comes to leftovers. So, I mean, I could eat prep maybe like 2 to 3 days after, but from there, like, it just doesn't like, I don't know, I can't put it back as easily. So I like making meals really fresh. And the nice thing is all these meals you could generally make within like 5 to 10 minutes, which is very convenient. So I'm probably gonna prep some of the turkey and beef, but outside of that, everything else just kind of goes together. So you can just all throw it in a pan and work it out. So that's what I'm working with my food. I also have a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, just so I could put when I'm like cooking with beef or when I'm cooking with my rice. So I'm gonna put that on. And then last but not least, we have our big boy waters. I don't like tap water, and I don't like microplastics either, even though it's like a buzzword. I'm not sure how to avoid it. Usually you just do metal stuff, but this is just very convenient because when I'm trying to get 6 to 7 liters of water a day in me, I want to have water just around and accessible. So I got 3 of these bad boys here. So that way, as soon as my water's out, I can just refill the next one. But that is going to be our prep for the next 2.5, 3 days. So we got a decent amount. It's going to fill us up, and we're going to be very full by the end of the day, and it's going to struggle to put all this food in me. But this is going to get us going, and we have no workouts today, so I have really nothing to film. So I'll probably just post this as like a little vlog. We'll see where this goes, and maybe do some workout vlogs of what I'm eating each day. But this is where I got going. I already did my cardio today. I did an hour of surfing. I probably burned over like 500 to 600 calories when I was surfing in California. I would be like, usually around like 1,200 to 2,000 calories when I'm surfing like 5-6 hours. So maybe like 200, 300 calories I burned today, which is a little bit over. I try to stay around like 150 when I do my cardio. But this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna get some food cooked up, And then from there, we're gonna put some anime on. We're gonna relax. There's a new episode of Solo Leveling, so we're excited for that. I haven't watched it yet, which is always comes out on Saturdays. Don't know why I haven't watched it yet. But let's get some food together, and I will see y'all tomorrow for the first workout.